So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Michelle Phillips was planning to make it tonight, but she can just log on a little late. Yeah, we've got a quorum.
So we can call them, since it's 5:32, shall we call the August 20th meeting of the Arts Committee to order? The first item of business is approval of the minutes of July 16th.
Motion to approve.
I'll second. Megan Mackey, second.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next item of business, we can't welcome Molly McDermott because she's not here. And Abby, if you could scroll down a little, please.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Okay, so the next item is the Dama mural opening event, which is on Saturday, virtually at 10 a.m. Anything we want to discuss about that?
Michelle did log on, and I see Mike Freeman is here too. So I'm gonna put you guys into the minutes document here. Michelle, do you want to provide an update on the Dama event?
Well, I'm not sure if there's anything new since last time we met, but we will be meeting at 10 o'clock. Jenny will be available. We're doing it as kind of a question and answer forum. The questions will be similar to the questions in the article that's in the newspaper today. We do have a couple of people lined up who've donated to talk about, donation and why they think it's important to donate. And then we'll open it up kind of for questions to Jenny. So I don't think really anything has changed there.
Good.
I did send an email to Dama to try to get a list of who's contributed so far so that I could do the first seed packet mailing tomorrow, and they haven't gotten back to me yet. Amita is the director of Dama, has officially moved and left, but I have a new person, Gabrielle, who I've been working with on that. So hopefully we'll get a lot of people. I think the Facebook event I think there were like just over 20 people who said that they were going. And then there were, I don't know, I think around 140 people who were interested, if I'm remembering correct. So yeah, I hope you guys can make it too. It's just going to be limited to 1 hour. We're going to cut it off after 1 hour because I know people don't really like to get stuck on Zoom calls for too long.
Okay, so nothing else about the Dama mural. We can go on to number 3, update from Marketing and Communications Working Group on new plaques.
And I will show you guys the plaques because they are here in my office. Ooh. So this is for the police station, the Pheasant Branch impressions. Turned out pretty nice. This one is for Starbucks. And then we have 3 that are on posts ready to mount or ready to be cemented in. And this is one example of the 3. I won't get them all out, but it's the Dama mural. So they turned out really nice.
Those look great.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they look a lot better than I thought they would. I mean, this is pretty heavy duty. So they're
Very nice.
Very nice.
Good job, you guys.
Yay, we get one thing we can cross off of our list.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you. So now I need to drop them off and just ask that they be installed. For the 3 that are on posts, I'm just going to ask our street crew to do that. And then for the other 2, I'll just drop them off at the 2 buildings.
For the Starbucks plaque, is there some way we can politely remind the manager where we preferred it to hang?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you politely remind me where you preferred it to hang, and I'll just write it on a Post-it note here right now?
Yes. As you walk in the entrance, Help me remember, guys. I think it's you walk in the entrance and it's the wall
To the right.
to the right. So if you're standing looking at the street, you're back to the counter. It's immediately to the left of the front door. And then if you look left, that would be down the hallway to the bathrooms.
That's what I thought. So on the building, so east is Allen Boulevard. Is it inside the building, kind of in the southeast corner of the building?
Yep, right when you walk in the door, to the right, there's just a little tiny skinny wall, and then there's a doorway to go into the bathrooms, and it's going on that little skinny wall. When we were out there looking at it, and correct me if I'm wrong, we felt like that was the best, most high traffic area.
Okay.
Most people would see it there.
Got it.
And we also couldn't think of another place. I mean, it was not only the best, I think it was the only one.
Yeah, outside was really the only other option, but that would have also been next to the door.
Right.
Okay. And then for the one at the police station, didn't you want it to be in the main lobby just outside the door to enter the courtroom?
I haven't been over there to look. Has anyone been over to look at the lobby? I think we did.
Are you talking about the courtroom door, Abby?
Yeah, like when you go into the lobby of the police station, once you get past the vestibule, the lobby that has like the two service counters, there's the door on the right to go into the courtroom. But I thought you guys wanted it outside of that door so that it's still in the main lobby, but it's near the courtroom door. Am I wrong about that? Did you want it actually in the courtroom?
My recollection is that we wanted it in the lobby, but I don't know that anyone actually went and found out where in the lobby.
Okay, got it. All right.
Would you like me to go over and take some pictures and make a recommendation, or you think we can just let them handle it?
They can probably handle it. I'll just tell them we want it to be highly visible. Not like in a crowded space. So not like, you know, they have that wall of images of the historic police photos. I don't think we want it like crowded in with those.
Mhm.
I'll look myself when I go, and if it looks like, oh, there's not really a great spot in the lobby, because they do kind of have a lot on the walls there, then we can talk about it and see if maybe it should go in the courtroom. The only concern with the courtroom is the only people that really go in there are people who are going in there either to train for like a larger like city training, or people who are in court. So it seems like it would be more visible in the lobby. I suppose if we really wanted to, we could think about doing a post for this one, you know, another one too. So have one inside and one outside on a post. But anyway, future topic.
You could also be inside on a post in front of the stained glass, right? Like on the floor, like a stand.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if we went into the courtroom, there's lots of open wall space in there and like columns that are really close to the stained glass. So that would be really easy, but the lobby is a little bit more crowded. So, and
Would
if
it make any sense to have one outside in front of the window?
Yeah, I know that they have like the walkway that goes around the building, and then they have like a fence. It's like an aluminum picket fence along the walkway. So I think it would need to be inside. I'm not sure where it would go. I would need to look. We would need to find a spot, but I think that's a good idea, because people might walk by on Donna Drive at night and just like it and want to look at it and admire it in the evening, and then they may walk up and be able to see what it is. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll look around when I go over there.
Thanks, Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Anything else about the plaques that we should discuss? So let's move on to downtown entryway. I believe it was the,
Sorry.
it's the downtown entry mural at Roman Candle, and there are several examples and ideas at the end of the packet.
Yes, so we got the quote for the mural project at Roman Candle, and they gave us a few options. The first option is basic lettering on the pre-painted background, so they would not be painting the Roman Candle wall. It would just be the lettering. And for the cost here, it's $5,000, and this is at a discount. Normally they would charge $12,300, but the discounted rate is $5,000 for this one. The second option would be lettering with a few background elements, and that would be $8,200. Regular price $20,500. And then option 3, lettering with a newly painted background, would be $13,100. The regular price is $32,000. I mean, given that we only have $5,000 for the project, I don't think we can really select any options besides option 1, but I'm open to any creative ideas that you have. I don't want us to get into like another fundraising project that takes a lot of time and to not get it put up. I know the downtown businesses, you know, we've already talked about this, they're really struggling. They're looking for creative ways to get more people downtown. And they're one of the things that, I mean, they support this project a lot. They're really excited about it. They also want some kind of welcome to Middleton sign. I guess they had a meeting yesterday morning and they were talking about that. So I think we should try to do this quickly if we're going to do it rather than waiting for more money. That's my own opinion. I did want to make you aware that the city just got a sign permit application from the Roman Candle for a sign on this wall. I was surprised that Brewer didn't mention it to Meg and I when we met with him. Oops, sorry, I gotta figure out. Because it kind of does change. I mean, it doesn't really change the location of the mural at all, but it will look different because there will be a commercial sign above it. And so I wanted you guys to look. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry about that. This is what they're proposing.
So how wide would the lettering that we add, I mean, how big would it be compared to the sign that they're proposing?
That's a good question. I was kind of using like this window as a cutoff point, but they didn't really give us like, this is the part of the wall that we would be covering. Let me see here.
It does say 800 square feet, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. They didn't really give us dimensions, I don't think. Did they, Meg?
I think they're planning on using the entire wall. That's what the last conversation we had with them, that they wanted to use the entire wall. But I think we should approach Brewer and discuss the sign because I think it's going to clash a little bit either way.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a sign we could do. Can they like have it stick off the building like the other signs do?
Yeah, they so they had that like cantilevered one that was like sparkly, and that one I think it got knocked down by wind.
Oh,
And it's been down for a while, and I think that's what he's trying to do is replace that with this. But I would agree with you that I'm okay with them putting a sign on the other side, but I think for this one that they need to put put it up in the same location where they had it before instead of having it crowd the mural.
mm-hmm. Why don't we approach Brewer first, just so we make sure that we're all on the same page and we understand what his plans are.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Could the could the Middleton sign go maybe to the right of the Roman candle sign? Is there enough room there?
This
So
is a big giant wall.
So that they were kind of divided a little bit?
I think what the artists want to do is they want to use the entire wall because right now with our limited funding, it's going to be very simple. So I think that's how they're going to make the biggest impact is by making it enormous. But we could discuss it. I guess, why don't we start with Brewer and see if like he's dead set on having the sign there, and then we'll work around it because it is his building. So we kind of have to do what he says. And if he is dead set on that sign being there, then I think we'll have to go back to the artists and discuss changes.
Okay.
Something to consider, a really clever artist and wordsmith might be able to combine the two, and the Roman candles budget could be added to the 5,000 that we're putting up. I'm not a really clever artist or wordsmith, but I would think that you might be able to find a way that says like, here's Roman candle and around the corner or the rest of your neighbors or something that combines them.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Great idea.
so the next step is to go meet with the guy at Roman Candle and decide how to proceed from there.
I think so. The artists are wanting to get going on the project, and I had talked with them about this idea to incorporate the painting of the mural into this welcoming week thing that we were doing in mid-September, but it turns out we're not doing the welcoming week anymore. So I don't think we're under any timeline from that standpoint. But they were hoping that the contract for this would get approved at the city council meeting next week.
Has it been through Plan Commission, Abby?
No, it has not.
Could we put some kind of contingency that it must be approved by or must be compatible with the mural?
Yes, the sign is going to the Plan Commission next week. But I want to talk to Brewer first about these ideas and see what he thinks, maybe about holding off even. The mural will also have to go through Plan Commission, but because we don't have a design yet, I can't take it there yet. I guess the question I would have is, are you guys comfortable moving forward, assuming that we're able to resolve the conflict here? Are you okay with us going ahead and taking the contract with the artist to the council meeting? It wouldn't be next week, I'm sorry, it would be September 1st.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
if the artists want to proceed with this, I think we should give you guys authority to do it without having to wait for another arts committee meeting. I think we want to try and move as expeditiously as we can.
Do we need to approve the messaging or the final design?
We don't have the final design because they won't start designing it until it's under contract. So they require 50%, $2,500 to be paid upfront before they do the design. And we can't do that until we have a contract.
And what's our recourse if we don't care for their design? They'll just continue to edit it until we like it.
Let me see if they had that in the contract. Did I have the contract in the packet? I can't remember if they put it in there or not.
There was something about that, I think, in their email.
It says 3 concepts and then up to 3 minor revisions to the chosen concept. Beyond that, they would charge by the hour.
So we can still go ahead and try to get this through the city council so we can have a contract?
Yeah, because they're not going to start designing until we're under contract and we've paid them $2,500.
And then the next time we can do that would be September 1st. That's the next city council meeting.
Yes.
So I would make a motion that we advance it to the city council for the September 1st meeting.
I would second that. This is Katie.
Discussion?
So I just want to clarify. So we're we want to move forward with it before it's approved by council and plan commission, the contract signing.
We cannot sign the contract until it's approved by the council.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was thinking, what if they don't approve it then and we've given them the 50% of the.
We aren't going to pay them until the council approves the contract.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yep, we can't do that.
And they won't start designing until they get the 50%, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second to advance this to the city council for the September 1st meeting. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hey, Mike. Opposed? Okay, motion passes.
Okay, so I'll coordinate with Meg and Brewer and try to get these sign issues worked out.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Abby.
What's our next agenda item?
Oh yeah, Percent for Arts. I'm sorry, I still haven't set up a meeting. I know we talked about it at the last group. I need to send out a doodle poll to get you guys set up to meet. Sorry about that. I just keep it on the agenda so that I can keep reminding myself that I need to do that.
It just makes me feel like, oh my God, I've missed something.
No, you haven't. Sorry.
No.
You're the one that's handling it, so you can't miss anything.
Right.
So the next item is update on maintenance of current projects, including Self-Made Man and Quadrants.
Yeah, so at your last meeting, you had asked that self-made man be waxed. And it turns out the woman that I used to work with there has retired. I got an email back from Tim Carey, and he is willing to have this maintained, but he wanted some feedback or some guidance because he knows nothing about it, and he wanted to know if I knew who the contractor was who they had hired before, and I don't. And then Megan went out and took some pictures, and it looks like there might be some holes in Self-Made Man. Are those bullet holes?
Yes, they are.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Do you think that this is like from the recent rash of craziness that's been happening in Middleton?
No, they, based on the corrosion around them, I don't think it's that recent.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
would say a few months at least.
Jeez.
So there are 3 holes. One is the hole you're seeing now, and then there's an exit hole on the opposite side of the head. And then there's another one on the front of the sculpture at his, that one, at his shoulder. And there's no exit hole for that one. So if we really cared, we could
Yes.
pull it and figure out who did it. But see that slighter corrosion around the circle, around the hole?
Yeah.
That takes some time to develop. So
Can those holes be patched?
they can be patched. The sculpture is not in immediate danger of suffering from the elements, but it probably would be best if they were patched. Fortunately, they're in a spot where not a lot of water is going to run in to the interior.
And so who would be responsible for that? Does the city own the sculpture?
We own it, but we have an agreement for them to maintain it. So I'll
So,
need to go back and look at the contract and see what it says about bullet holes, I guess.
God.
Let me just add that if there weren't bullet holes, it would be a good idea to clean it and wax it soon. And then there's also some debris around the stones, which I would have picked up myself today, but I had walked there, so I didn't have really gloves or a trash bin. But I'm happy to go back and do that. So those are the 3 issues. Bullet holes needs to be cleaned and waxed, and there's trash around the base.
How would they repair the bullet holes?
Well, call a sculpture conservator to come and fill them up with just a weatherproof putty that can withstand high temperatures and water. And then you paint the putty to hide the fact that it's there.
so that would be the responsibility of the Bletner Company?
I think so. I want to go back and look at the contract though and see.
Okay. Okay.
hmm.
And then what about the wax, Megan?
It would be best if we could trace back who did the last treatment so that we could use compatible materials. If we can't, we can still move forward, and I can give recommendations for cleaning surfactants and waxes. But it might be worth spending an hour just to see if we can get that information.
Anything else to discuss about Self-Made Man?
I was wondering if we should report this, or
Yeah, I'm going to report it to the police department. I'm going to let them know.
okay. There is a lot of caution among people who deal with public art about things becoming repeated targets of vandalism. So on one hand, it would be nice Well, I don't know. I think as a group, we should decide about how much a big deal we want to make out of this, because we don't want it to be like the Middleton target
Yeah.
for people with guns trying to outdo each other,
Mhm.
which can happen. Does anybody have any feelings about that?
You don't want me to put this in the newspaper, that is what you're saying.
Mhm.
I don't want to engage in a cover up, but
It might be worth asking the police chief what his opinion is.
Okay.
There are no security cameras or anything nearby.
Well, we would have
Unless-
to scroll through a lot of footage to find it, probably.
Even if it was there, right? Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So you'll report it to the police, Abby?
Well, what do you guys think? Megan, do you have an opinion on that?
They don't publish all of the stuff that they get.
yeah,
I
I
would
don't.
probably just do it more like a phone call. Hey, FYI, this happened. Just want to let you know. Is there anything that you guys need to do? Like, do they need to go in and try to find that bullet that is still in there?
Well, I guess the one of the compelling reasons might be that if it's insured and there's a police report, it might pay for the restoration.
Hmm.
I think the right thing to do would be to report it. That seems like it needs to be done. Hopefully it's not a repeated target, but then again, that's speculation. So we can't really bank on that it's going to happen. We just don't know for sure. But I understand the worry.
So I guess that means that it gets reported to the police, but not published in the newspaper. Is that right, Michelle?
Yeah, I won't put anything in the newspaper unless maybe it does become a repeated target, and then
Yeah.
we'll put something in.
I mean, it is a shooting.
Yeah. We could make it part of his story and just leave the bullet holes.
We could.
Okay, anything else about Self-Made Man you'd like to discuss? So should we talk about quadrants?
Yes. So quadrants, I finally heard back from our operations manager, Brad Hopwood, and they are wrapping up some street projects. And he said that they are going to have time in the coming weeks to get quadrants installed. And I told him about also needing to put the plaque up when they're out and about doing that. So hopefully by the next meeting.
And we don't know if it includes was there a bench there and also that gazing ball?
Yep, it includes everything.
Okay, cool.
We will put that in the paper.
Good.
Good.
And then Megan had also sent me some pictures of the storm drain murals.
Yeah, they're deteriorating as you would expect.
Yep, and I did get an email from Donna about this again, either yesterday or today. And the new person, Gabrielle, would like to still get these repainted this year. She needs to come in and like power wash off what exists there now, and possibly use a metal brush to scrape it off. And they have to protect the inlet when they do that. But I think that they could still paint these this year, she said. She did mention, so I got an email from her and also a voicemail. And I haven't called her back because I just picked up the voicemail right before this meeting, but she mentioned that they probably wouldn't repaint the one at Parmenter and Hubbard. And then she said something like, because of everything that's going on there. And I didn't know if she was referring to the planned road project that we have next year, or if she was talking about like, you know, like there were a couple of protests of the Hellbox restaurant, and I didn't know if that was related to that or what it was. So I need to reach back out with her and find out why they wouldn't plan to repaint that one, because I know that one's in bad shape. Is that this one, Meg?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, the one over by Gary's Art and Frame is also in really bad shape too.
Okay. Anything else on our agenda?
Megan, did you want to say anything about the storm drain murals?
Just that I would have approached it the same way that she described the repainting.
Okay, cool.
And where are we on the agenda?
I think that might have been the last item. Let's see. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Anything else we should talk about? If not, does somebody want to make a motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
So Michelle moves to adjourn. Anybody want a second?
I second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Abby, you get to go home for dinner earlier than you thought.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
See you later.
See you later, Abby.
Bye, guys.
Bye, thanks.
Bye.